Today I'm going to do a presentation about Roberta Valentini. Roberta Valentini is a woman that has 5 shops. She used to have 5 shops in my town, and she likes black color, so that's why I used this black color portfolio sheet, and I used a silver pen to write all the information. So I'm gonna read it, and then I'm gonna show some images about what I've read. So she's been honored by Vogue Italy and D Moda and many more fashion icons. She's a designer, a poemist, and also stylish. From the past 40 years, she's been searching for new styles. In 1969, Miss Roberta took over her dad's business. They used to run an accessorized business, and her dad passed away, so she had to take over it with her sisters. Miss Valentini, she always was searching for new styles, new icons, so she proposed miniskirts, and in that era, that's when miniskirts were a new thing for women to wear. And she particularly liked miniskirt with long jackets and stuff like that. She then started to work with Max Mara and Mr. Mametti, which is the head of Max Mara. She then started to introduce Giorgio Armani, and she says that she liked Giorgio Armani because Giorgio Armani used men textiles to create women's stuff to make the silhouette look good and stuff like that, and also it was controversial as well. And basically through the years, the customers started to like her style and her work. So she tried many things to change the locations. She got a lovely space in Via Gramsci, which is in the center of Brescia, a little town in North Italy, near Milan. It's like actually an hour from Milan. And she opened Penelope Shoes, Penelope Sposa, the Boys Loft, and another shop that was dedicated for gents. She used to do like suits and stuff like that. And I'm gonna show some images about what she does. Basically, her shop is like a gallery museum. Every corner has a contextual reference, and she shows the journey of a dress. It could be a small little point that could end up in a poppy dress. And I remember back in 2008, 2009, I was 14, 13, and me going to see her shop after school was something really nice. It was really posh. And I remember I used to stand in front of a shop, and there's a bar stop in front of a shop. I used to stand there, and I used to imagine myself wearing the shoes that she was selling. She used to sell really nice heels, really plush heels like Louboutins and Manolo Blahnik. And then she had crazy stuff. And that's how I am sometimes. She started to introduce Jeffrey Campbell's. And yes, I started to monitor her. Like, I was not stalking her, but I wanted to figure out who is this lady. And this lady I'm talking about is a lady that likes black. She wears blacks a lot, and she likes shades. That's her. She has red hair, and she always wrap it up like this, and she's always cool. You will never find her uncool. And meeting her in the street was quite nice until one day I told my brother, because I was drawing at that time. I used to draw, and I used to make someone sew my clothes, because I didn't know how to sew by the time. I'm not a genius now, but it used to take time, but they used to make something out of it. This is a dress that I drew, and I wanted to mix the African material with the modern life. Like, I was born in Europe and I'm African, so it was mixing these two cultures, and it was nudie as well. And you know, you girls know me, I'm a Christian, but I have sides of me that You know, I mean, I don't do it now, but I used to really show a lot. So this dress was like this, and my back was all nude, and it was lovely. So this was made like 4 years ago. It took long, and once it was finished, they had to remake it because it was not properly fitting places. But one day I took my bag, as I said to my brother, I would have done it. I took my bag and I put all the stuff they did for me and all my jewelry, and I went there. And I remember when I entered in the shop, they watched me like, where is she? And I was like, I wanted to speak with the owner, and they told me that she was not there. So they told me to come back. So I went back, and she never closed the door to me. I was a stranger, but she opened the doors. She was really happy to see me, and I still remember the day like it was yesterday. The day before in the evening, I had a big jeans that was from my mom, really big jeans, like 80s jeans, and I was kind of nervous, so I cut them. I sewed them, the edges, because I didn't know how to sew. So I kind of flipped them back, and I sewed the edges on the side, and I burned it with lighter so that they could stay there. And then I cut some pieces, and then at the back I took a bit of bleach, and at the back I wrote "Kiss Me" on the bum. I wrote "Kiss Me" with a lovely big heart, and that's how I used to go in the town. Like, that's Benny. And I went there with that shorts, and I was wearing some slippers that had a contextual reference of petal. So they were shoe slippers that was covering the toes, and you had all the petals on top, and the back was like slipper. So you had the top was closed and all the petals, and I was wearing those, so they were making noise when I was walking. They were making like that, stuff like that. And I was wearing a vest. So as soon as she saw me, she made me know. She noticed my outfit, and she said it. So she invited me to her office, and her office was something else. Her office is full of books, it's full of hats, it's full of contextual references that people use to create new stuff. And I showed her stuff, and she took my name, my number, and she wrote the date. And I felt that it was really important day for me, because I kind of felt like she believed in me. Like, someone has to believe in you to take you in at their office without knowing you. And my idea to Miss Valentini was to introduce the black texture in Italy, because it wasn't there yet. I knew that the black material was kind of being opening to the world, but it was still at the beginning. And well, I introduced it to her, I showed it to her, and she was happy about it. And you know, through the years, I saw her around. I was still going to say hello, to see her in the afternoons. And then I came in this country, and I went back home, and I felt really emotional because I walked past a shop, and I saw these dresses, and they were made by African material, and I felt really emotional. And I felt like, even if the stuff are not mine, she believed in something that I said, and actually she did the research and she got something for someone else. So this is a picture about Stella Jean, which is one of the people that create African stuff. And I'm going back to speak about Miss Valentini. Miss Valentini discovering new ideas. She was one of the finest buyer in Brescia. She was the first lady, or the first buyer that introduced Come des Garçons in Brescia. She had Yoji Yamamoto, Martin Mariella, and many others. She also had the Boys Loft. The Boys Loft was a shop where everybody used to go on Saturdays. It was similar to what Julia said. They used to sell cheap Mondays and stuff like that. And I feel like what Miss Valentini wanted to do is to have different shops connected to different kind of ages and different kind of backgrounds. She liked the vintage, she liked the modern at the same time, and she sometimes mixed them, and that's what made it actually more cool. So this is a photo of Boys Love. I'm gonna make it pass on. That's the entrance. And then she started to introduce Jeffrey Campbell's. Jeffrey Campbell is a stylist that makes shoes for like gay people, like heels for gay people. So he make big shoes for big feet. And again, I'm a Christian and I loved him, and I still love him. And these are the first pair that I got from Penelope shoes from Miss Valentini, and they are 5 years old, and they are made by cow skin. They're really important to me because well, I paid them in 3 months time. Like I took 3 months payment thingy to do, but they're really important to me because my dream was to buy something from that shop, something that would have bonded me with something related to fashion or something that I loved, and I think Jeffrey Campbell is quite cool. And then I have more images about her shop. Yeah, you can. And also the shoe shop. Shoes was one of the coolest place to be. Basically, she had this shop that was made by stairs, and every step had a contextual reference. So she had the VIP side on the side, so that was the Louboutins and the Manolo Blahnik, and then she had the Jeffrey Campbell on the side. Who else? She used to have Vivienne Westwood. So it was really a posh place for us 15-14 years ago to be, but I used to still go there even if I was not buying, because it used to be a dream place for me near home. That used to make me dream that no matter how the situation is, life can change. And this is one thing Signora Roberta Valentini taught me, is that in life, no matter what the situation is, you always have to push and reach your dreams. My dream was to study fashion, and I study chef academy cookery stuff, so it was the opposite side of it. But she always encouraged me with all the things I was doing. And when I moved in here, she gave me a contextual she gave me a reference. When I needed help, she always was there, even if she never worked with me. She always believed in me. And I went back home in July 2014. I went to see her, and this is a picture of me and her in a studio, and she always had me in open arms. And the reason why I chose the Boys Loft is that because it really influenced me a lot in my past, and I like the way she had this kind of different areas, because she used to sell wedding gowns as well, and not normal wedding gowns, like weird wedding gowns. And some of them are from Comme des Garçons again, like they are white stuff. And I like the way she pressed on researching. Miss Valentini is a person that wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning to get news. She always wants to get new stuff, and she always said yes to every new artist. And that's what I like about this lady. I like that she doesn't get stuck to somewhere, that she always search for something new, and her ideas are just unique. She's the only one in my town that has this kind of ideas. And I'm hoping that if one day I will be able to do some business or something. I was talking with her about it, but I don't know if she took it as a joke, but I really hope that one day I will be doing something. And well, she said she was happy to take them if I do them. And by joke, she said that she would have put them on accountants, near to the accountants. And I love the way she supports me, and not just me. I know that she opens arms to new artists in Brescia. She's really an open-minded person, and I love her shop. You could actually get everything for her shop, and you could go to different shop to get different stuff. This is how I see. This is Valentini that you see here in a picture where two girls went to try a dress. They are all in white. She's in black. She's always in black with her shades on, and I love that. So that's it. This is Miss Valentini, a star for me. Space.